What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy
Jimothy.
Now, what I thought I would do with you, ladies and gents, today is go through my hero deck profile. Now, as I've said previously, my hero deck is probably one of my most favorite decks, and it's probably my most competitive deck at the moment. I am still waiting on a few cards to boost some of the other decks that I'm potentially thinking about playing, but heroes, for the most part, at the moment, is the deck that I'm probably going to be taking more seriously and taking to locals. So, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the list. Now, obviously, we've had a few revisions, mainly because Destiny Hero Malicious has been hit, so we've made a few changes, which I'll talk about in a moment. I'm not going to go through every single card, but yeah. So, obviously, 3 Stratos, that needs to go without saying for the most part. Also running 2 Shadow Mists, exactly the same ratio as I was playing before. I'm now running the 1 Solid Soldier. Now, I did have this at 2, ladies and gents, but what I thought I would do, I'd take the second one out just to kind of boost the consistency, because I didn't want to go through too many normal summons, reducing the consistency of my deck as much as, well, as powerful as it is. I just didn't want that to happen, so I've taken out the 1 Solid Soldier, only running the 1 at the moment. Also, for one of, we are running the 1 Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier. Again, I would like this at 2 just to see how it would work, but at the moment it's working fine at 1. Like I said, this deck is a little bit of a glass cannon, by where if you're not winning within the first, second or third turn, it's more or less game over for you, because the grind game is not the best with this deck. You do burn through a lot of your resources, but Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier at 1 for the most part. And we're also running 1 Elemental Hero Honest Neos, just for the extra boost to attack. Vision Hero package, very similar as, well, as you would expect. Basically, we're running triple Vision Hero Faris. This is the card that you want to see all the time, ladies and gents, especially starting off your combos. This is the card that you search off Stratos. Definitely a free of. You can potentially go through in fact, most of them in one game, depending on how you're playing. Next, we're running double Vision Hero Increase. Again, goes without saying, this is definitely a 2 of. Wouldn't run it at 1, mainly because if you do see this in your opening hand and you've only got 1 in your deck, it is horrible, because it just basically crumbles your Vision Hero combo, basically. So you do need to, just in case you manage to open up 1 in your opening hand, which is not ideal. And finally, for the Vision Hero package, we are running double Vision Hero Vian. Again, you don't really want to play any less or any more. Playing it at 3, it's a bit of a cloggy brick. Playing it at 2 is just the right amount, just in case, again, you open this or you open Increase in your hand. You don't want your combo to be dead, so definitely a 2 of. Next, for the Destiny Hero package, unfortunately, we have the double Destiny Hero Malicious. I can see why this was reduced to 2. It's too easy to be splashed into other decks. It's a free resource. It's easy +2 if you play your cards right. So I get why it's reduced to 2. I would like to see back at 3, but it is what it is. So double Destiny Hero Malicious. Still play it though. Still play it. Next, we are running the Destiny Hero Dynatag, Destiny Hero Celestial, and the Destiny Hero Plasma. Now, I did swap Celestial out for a short time, and I was actually running Destiny Hero Decider, but after testing it for a bit, I didn't really like how Decider works. For the most part, Decider was removed from the field before it could even proc its effect, and it really doesn't do anything for you in grave. And I feel like Destiny Hero Celestial, especially with how this deck works, kind of needs this a little bit of a recovery tool, and he provides that. Plasma goes without saying, and Destiny Hero Dynatag, again, this can stop you from being OTK'd. It's also a Fusion Destiny target, so yeah. Next, for the Evil Hero package, and this is where I've changed it up a little bit. So we are running the 1 Evil Hero Dusted Gold. Like I said previously, budget players, I'm sorry, but this is essential if you're trying to play this deck competitively. It's very expensive at the moment. In America, I think it's something like $100. But yeah, you do kind of need that deck, that card. However, I am also playing the rest of the Evil Heroes that was released recently. So I'm also running a Evil Hero Sinister Necrom and a Evil Hero Malicious Edge. Now, the reason why I've included this is because Evil Hero Sinister Necrom kind of acts as a pseudo Destiny Hero Malicious. So what you can do is banish this card from your graveyard, and you can special summon from your hand or deck an evil hero monster. So you could actually special summon either of those two, but obviously we don't want to special summon our evil hero Dusted Gold. He's there for our Dark Calling, but we do want to special summon a evil hero Malicious Edge. This actually does piercing. It's got quite high attack at 26 as well, so it just furthers your OTKs. And I think with Malicious being at 2 and being able to kind of pseudo play another Malicious in the form of evil hero Sinister Necron, I feel like it's a good little tech to put in, and it's a good little card. It's not, I don't think it makes the deck any weaker basically, hence why I've included this package. We are at 42 cards in this deck, ladies and gents. So onto the spells. We are running triple emergency call. Again, goes without saying, you need searches. Also, it's good ash bait. On top of that, we're running a triple mash change. Again, goes without saying, you do want to see Dark Lord. Dark Lord is one of your main combo pieces that you go into, and it's one of your main forms of disruption. So yeah. And we are playing triple Fusion Destiny. Now previously I was playing this at 2, mainly because I used to see this in my hand quite a lot. But after a bit of play testing, I realized that you do need 3 of this. There's no getting around it, ladies and gents. Playing this at 3 is essential in this deck. It basically allows you to just keep going. If you get ashed or if you get stuck for whatever reason, you can just slam down a Fusion Destiny and continue with your plays. It's essential basically. It's also a bit of a recovery tool. Say if you've got your board wiped, for example, and you draw this on your 3rd turn, for example, or your 2nd turn, it's just hella useful. The recovery you can do with this is crazy, as well as it being a 1-card Dark Lord or a 1-card combo into whichever direction you want to take the deck. So yeah, definitely 3 Fusion Destiny. Next, for our fusion spells, our 1-ups, we are running 1 Polymerization, 1 Miracle Fusion, and 1 Dark Calling. Simple. This is the kind of ratio you would expect to see for most hero decks. So yeah. And finally, we have a Hero Lives, just for the specific hero stuff. Nothing goes without saying. Again, it's a 1-up. So very powerful card, by the way. Next, we are running 1 Monster Reborno, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, and we are also running 1 Pot of Avarice. This card can actually go live on turn 1 because you put so many resources in the graveyard. So it is actually quite a good card. I have thought about cutting it, but I've left it in there basically because it's an easy side out if I'm going 2nd, or if I'm going if I'm made to go 2nd basically. So in games 2 and 3, this is an easy side out, ladies and gents, but it is actually quite useful. If you see this in your opening hand, it's not a brick. It does allow you to actually proc its effect because you get so many resources in the graveyard if you're not interrupted, obviously. So I've left that in. Monster Reborn, obviously, is just another nice little extender. Let's get those up. Next, for what I've teched in, ladies and gents, it is a 42 card deck. Like I said, we are running 1 Forbidden Chalice and 2 Prohibition. Now I've put this in, I've actually got the 3rd in my side deck, and I'll show you what my side deck's looking like at the moment. But I'm running 2 Prohibition in the main, mainly because of cards like Nibiru. This deck falls hard to board wipes and things that can just basically wipe the board for your heroes, because you don't have a lot of protection. You are a bit of a glass cannon, and you do rely heavily on monster effects. So being able to call out problematic cards like Nibiru or Ash Blossom, if you really wanted to, you can use Prohibition to do that. I basically use this now just to basically ensure that my combos go through and I don't get Nibiru at the end of my turn. So yeah, really good card. And Forbidden Chalice is just a bit of a disruption as well as a negate bait. So definitely something that I find very useful. Next, onto the extra deck, ladies and gents. Extra deck has not changed significantly, so we are running the double extra hero Cross Crusader and the 1 Wonder Driver. The reason why I was running 2 Fusion Destinies because I was trying to make more use of this card, but when I realized the combo sequence that you can use, you can actually go into this and then use Fusion Destiny afterwards because you're locked into darks, and this is obviously Wonder Driver is obviously a light, but it does allow you to recur your Polymerization and any of your mash changes as well as your Miracle Fusion. So very useful card. Definitely a one-off. And Extra Hero Cross Crusader is busted. You're still going to play this card, Master Rule 5 or not, you are going to play this card, ladies and gents, just because you get so many searches off. We were also playing the 1 extra hero Dread Decimator. Now the piercing damage does do well. I thought about taking it out, but this combos really well with Destiny Hero Dystopia because it allows you to provide attack points to any of the monsters it points to, and Dystopia requires you to have a higher attack point or a lower attack point to be able to proc its effect. This does combo really nicely, so yeah, definitely leaving this in. The piercing damage does come up from time to time, so yeah, and it also gives a boost to some of your weaker elemental hero monsters. Right, we are also running 2 Mask Dark Law. This goes without saying. I think 2 is the correct ratio. You don't want 3. You shouldn't really be going into 3. If you are going into 3, then obviously there's been an issue somewhere along the line in that match. But 2 is, I find, is a perfect number for Dark Law. Next, we are running the 1 Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Love this card. Until this gets errated or until there's a ruling change regarding this card, I'm still going to use it the way it is. So basically, if this card leaves the field, it wipes all monsters. Simple as that. Whether it goes back to the extra deck or the graveyard or is banished, then that's the ruling at the moment. I've heard a few things that this ruling is going to change, but at the moment this is what it says, and this is how I'm using this card. So fantastic card. You can literally summon it out and then get rid of it. You kind of really want to combo it with Mass Change and Masked Hero Acid, which is most of the time what I use this for, but it's a really good card. Love this card. Next, we are running 1 Destiny Hero Dangerous. This is a Fusion Destiny target. Allows you to fuel your graveyard. I rarely leave this on field. I tend to kind of like link climb with this card, but it is good for getting Malicious and Dynatag in the graveyard, for example, or even Celestial, and going into Destiny Hero Dystopia. So definitely a one-up. We're also running 1 Anki, 1 Trinity, and 1 Dystopia. Now I do love this card. This is the OTK enabler in my opinion, especially if they've just got 1 monster on field. You attack with Anki into that monster, destroy it, get a mass change Anki out for Dark Law, and then continue with another attack. Really good. This is basically Trident when his attack point is different from its original. So again, combos nicely with Dread Decimator, and Vision Hero Trinity is Mr. One Punch Man in the flesh. Simple card, but I love this card. Enables so many OTKs, especially if you got Dread Decimator on field to do the piercing damage, and then you just attack the rest of the monsters with this. It's fantastic. Love this card. Definitely a one-up though. Probably wouldn't play any more of it. Next we have a Vision Hero Adoration, a Masked Hero Acid. I like these 2. Again, when he hits the field, he wipes all back row. Great combo with Elemental Hero Absolute Zero and Vision Hero Adoration. It hasn't got the best effect, but because its materials are generic, this is why I run this card. When in a pinch, you can get stuff into your graveyard and be able to continue with your plays, and I really do like Adoration for that reason. So yeah, he's in there. And then finally, ladies and gents, for the rest of the extra deck, we are running 1 Elemental Hero Sunrise and 1 Evil Hero Malicious Bane. Now this card is the Mac Daddy. He just says, right, it's time to win this game. He hits the field and starts punching things, blowing stuff up, Raigeki and everything. Really love it. And Elemental Hero Sunrise, I actually do value this card. I think it's really cool. It's a nice addition to the deck. It's not overpowered in any way, but it is a nice layer of disruption, especially with regards to the battle phase. So yeah, run those 2. Right, ladies and gents, what I thought I would do as well is show you guys my side deck. Now this side deck is not complete yet. It is over 15 cards at the moment, mainly because I don't really know what the meta is. It's not fully defined. I know Eldritch and Adamantipator's are running right online, but it's not fully defined, the meta, so bear with me here. But we are running 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, let me just split those out for you. 1 Elemental Hero The Shining, and 1 Elemental Hero Esquerido. Now these are basically super poly targets, so these take a light monster and a dark monster as well as a hero monster, and obviously Starving Venom just takes, you know, the materials for Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. So yeah, I definitely play these because I've got super poly in my side deck, or potentially going into my side deck, which is, let me just get it for you right here, ladies and gents. There are 2 in here basically. I've double sleeved them. So yeah, I do have super poly ready for those targets. I've also taken the Lightning Storm out of the main deck. This was in the main deck, ladies and gents, but I decided to take it out mainly because as a one-of, it's good. It's a really good card, but because it's a one-of, the frequency of me seeing it was really low, and having it take up a main deck space for just potentially using it, it didn't seem right, especially as you can just side this in. I do tend to side out part of average to put Lightning Storm in, so yeah, it's a one-of at the moment. If I had more copies of it, I'd have more copies in this deck, but it is what it is. Next, we have the Twin Twisters. This again for the side deck, just in case they come up against a pesky back row deck and Absolute Zero and Master Hero Acid can't just do the job by themselves. I run 2 Twin Twisters. Next, we have the Last Prohibition. I do have 3 of these. Sometimes I do side the 3 if I want to see more quickly. This card is fantastic for Eldritch matchup. If you put this down and call Golden Lord, see you later, Eldritch. Really, really good card. I would suggest you guys try and pick this up while it's cheap. Really good card. Next, we do have Triple System Down. Now, this is in preparation for Orcus. This is probably something that's not necessarily going to stay in this deck. Because Vision Hero Trinity seems to deal with Orcus, especially if they've got a linked Galatea on board that can't be destroyed by a battle. Trinity just hits her 3 times and then it's game. But System Down, this is a call for Orcus basically. Orcus is coming back into the format, ladies and gents. I know he isn't here right now, but I do believe it will be. So this is basically a preemptive kind of like heads up. And I did mention this in one of the videos that I did previously on tech cards that you could include. So Triple System Down, this is probably not native to this side deck. Also on my side, I have Triple Deck Lockdown. Now this is just a slap down at the end of your combo, just to kind of like harper your opponent. So you can't be special summon from the main deck and you can't add deck cards from deck to hand. So really, really good card. Once you've gone through your combo, you prop this and it's game. And also we have in the side, and my final side, oops, got 3. That's the other wingy. We also have a Triple Nibiru the Primal Being. Again, this is nice little side, ladies and gents. I have thought about main decking this, but I don't want to see so many of it going first. If I know I'm going second, then obviously I'll side this in. But for the most part, I do like Triple Nibiru, especially in the side deck. It comes out from time to time, and it has proven to work really, really well. So yeah. So ladies and gents, that is my hero deck, probably my most competitive deck. Are there any changes that you guys would make? If so, get at me in the comment section below. I'm always open to ideas, ladies and gents. And as always, if you did like this content, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I would definitely see you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.